All right, so we have no time to waste because we got some politicians to drag. Let's get into it. Y'all already know the drill. Make sure you go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. New podcast episode put up there for you yesterday, like we always do every Tuesday. Make sure you go check it out. Now, speaking of checking things out, I'm going to check out the Matrix movie that's coming out. Even though the ratings, I don't know. The ratings are just like, oh, I don't know, girl. But I still want to check it out. I may do a video on it just depending on how I feel. And also, like, Christmas is approaching, so I'm going to need some time to sit my ass down. So maybe I'll do a video. I'm not sure yet. And since we're speaking of movies, let's just get this out the way. They released this poster for Doctor Strange 2. It looks really cute. My girl Wanda, y'all already know how I feel about her. They also released the trailer. That was honestly at the end credits of Spider-Man No Way Home. They released the trailer for Multiverse of Madness, and it looks very, very sickening. Like I said before in my Spider-Man No Way Home review, if you have not seen that, make sure you check that shit out. I'll put it in the description. I guess I should have said spoiler alert, but I mean, they got all type of shit in that shit. They got crazy ass Doctor Strange from What If in that shit. Wanda was in there. She was just like, you know, when Doctor Strange was approaching her, she was like, Mama, sweetie, I know what I did at Westview. I know what I did at Westview. People were hurt. She had the whole speech ready. I can only imagine she was just like, but if you want to fight about it, you know, we can get into it, baby. So I definitely will be watching that shit. It's coming out later on in 2022. So I'm gonna get my life. Them girls said, Doctor Strange, you are reality's greatest risk. So I don't know what you thought this was, but it's time for you to pay the price the bill comes due. And he was scrambling, bitch. He said them bill collectors are on his ass. Mordo was on his head hole. And he said, bitch, I need somebody. He literally went to Wanda's little getaway and said, hey, can I hold a 20? Can I hold a 20? So that's cute. What else happened this week? Apparently, Mama Tina's getting her own little show. Like, it's called Talks with Mama Tina. And it's really cute. Beyonce did the theme song for it. It was just really pretty, as we expect. But one thing I could not help but think about how much tea we about to get on this damn show. How much tea we about to get. And my thing is, like, I can only imagine that Mama Tina was just like, you know, she might have had, this is just in my head, she might have had this idea for a talk show for so long, and Beyonce is just like, no. And she finally gave in. Maybe Beyonce finally gave in. And she's like, fine, mama, just go ahead. Just go ahead. We about to get so much tea from Mama Tina, bitch. It's gonna be every 5 seconds. You know, Beyonce don't like me talking about this. Or, you know, Beyonce say I shouldn't say this. But, you know, I can't wait. Mama Tina's gonna be talking. Tina's gonna be talking so much. She's gonna be spilling so much, girl. I can't wait. So I thought this was really cute. So, you know, Megan Thee Stallion had graduated. TSU's Health Administration program recently said that Megan Thee Stallion, since she graduated, there's been an influx of one-time dropouts re-enrolling to finish their degrees. I thought that was really cool. That's the type of positive energy, that's the type of inspiration and encouragement that, you know, you want to, as a human being, pass on to other people. And it was just nice to see that. And since we're speaking of school, let's just get right into it. Let's just get right into all the politics that we're going to be talking about for the rest of this goddamn video. So apparently, Biden put this motherfucking statement out. He's apparently pausing student loan payments yet again. Today, this is what he said, today my administration is extending the pause on federal student loan repayments for an additional 90 days through May 1st, 2022, as we manage the ongoing pandemic and further strengthen our economic recovery. Meanwhile, the Department of Education will continue working with borrowers to ensure they have the support they need to transition smoothly back into repayment and advance economic stability for their own households and for our nation. And I think that this administration they're just a bunch of fucking clowns. But I mean, I think that like most politicians are, right? Why don't you hoes cancel this shit? Why don't you hoes just cancel this shit? We haven't been paying this hoe for how long? The sun still comes up and goes down. The planet is still turning. It's still spinning around this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Ain't shit happening, bitch. It's fake ass numbers on the screen. Delete, press the fucking delete button. Tell, like I said on Twitter, tell fucking Kronk to pull the lever and delete this shit, bitch. You hoes sending 700 plus billion fucking dollars to the motherfucking Pentagon. I remember seeing that one point how many fucking $1 trillion fucking F-35 fucking jet plane that don't even fucking work, bitch. And it's just like, just delete this shit. Just delete this shit. We haven't been paying this hoe and we're still walking around this motherfucker. Our atoms haven't fucking disintegrated. Bitch, delete this shit. And this is what I'm saying. We always keep putting pressure on his ass, because if everybody was just silent and accepting scraps and bullshit, he wouldn't have even approached this conversation of pausing the fucking payments. We need to continue to be on they ass. We don't settle for no bullshit. Don't settle for no fucking 0% interest. We need to continue to say, hey bitch, delete this shit and make it loud, make the pressure annoying. Be annoying. And this is why I don't understand, especially, you remember when Kamala Harris was on fucking Breakfast Club or whatever the fuck, and that clip of her getting really cute and feisty with Charlemagne, and it's crazy that you almost had me defending Charlemagne. I hate when politicians act like that. Like, bitch, like we have to sit down here and just accept the bullshit and bow down to the Iron Throne. Like, Kamala Harris was really mad at Charlemagne for asking who's the real president, Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, bitch. And I'm just like, unfortunately for me, like even agreeing with Charlemagne asked, that is a very valid question to ask, because we see how Democrats act. We see how they are so for corporate interests, just like Republicans are. And a lot of times all they really need to pretend like they just can't get anything done is a fucking Republican scapegoat, so that they can continue to feed corporate whatever they want, while acting like, oh my God, we don't know what to do. You don't want to do shit. And it's rightfully so. Y'all should get called out, bitch. Kamala Harris was on there like, bitch, what do you mean? Who's the real president, bitch? It was almost like they always do. They have this attitude where it's just like, you need to stop disrespecting the throne, and you need to sit and be grateful for the little scraps that we are giving you hoes. How dare you try and critique our asses, bitch? Why? So you're mad that Joe Biden's over here doing TikToks with the Jonas Brothers, bitch. I thought you hoes lived in the year 3000. Y'all hoes talk about global warming all the time, bitch. We're burning up for you, babe, bitch. I thought that's what you wanted, bitch. She was like, do you know how hard it is for us to walk around, do nothing, and be photographed by the White House photographers in my kitten heels and shit, bitch, walking? Do you know how hard it is to keep this stance right here? For them to take a picture of us just walking through the White House? That's hard. It's hard to keep my body in this position. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Kamala Harris and I'm the vice president, and I don't have to explain myself to anybody, especially not to you. I came on this niglet show for you poors to treat me this way. Listen to this coming from Newsweek. Both on the campaign trail in 2020 and after becoming president-elect, Biden expressed support for canceling $10,000 of student debt per person, even though, like I said, he needs to cancel all that shit. Some Democrats have urged him to do so through executive action. However, the president has expressed uncertainty that he has the necessary authority to cancel debt without legislation, and the administration asked the Department of Education in April to examine the matter and issue a memo. That memo was never formally released, and White House press secretary suggested this week that the president's power to cancel student debt was still under review. Nonetheless, a heavily redacted memo about Education Secretary Miguel Cardona's authority to grant broad-based debt cancellation appeared in the press in November. That memo was obtained by Thomas Goki of Debt Collection via Freedom of Information Act request, but it was so severely redacted that it offered no insight into possible debt cancellation by the executive branch. This is the memo that they released. They are playing fucking games with us. They are playing fucking games with our... Bitch, what the fuck are we supposed to do with this? Them hoes redacted the entire fucking memo, bitch. So then the president asked you to look into to see if it, and he knows you You bitches know what you know exactly what you hoes can and can't do. So bitch, you asked them in April to write up a memo, ask, you know, how much power do we really actually have? And let the US government ask the US government how much power the US government has to cancel some US debt. So I'm gonna ask them to do a memo, and I'm not gonna release the memo. But bitch, so somebody had to go ask for the fucking memo for the Freedom of Information fucking Act, and you say, hey, yeah, y'all can see the memo. Bitch, the post redacted the whole thing, bitch. Fuck them. Something else that got a lot of people mad, Biden just released this entire warning, or the Biden administration released this entire warning, written up, posted it on the White House website about like vaccinations, unvaccinated people, the threat of COVID and the Omicron variant. I'm gonna read you a little bit of it, and then we'll get to the part that had a lot of people pissed off. I'm just gonna start in the middle. Our vaccines work against Omicron, especially for people who get booster shots when they're eligible. If you're vaccinated, you could test positive, but if you do get COVID, your case will likely be asymptomatic or mild. We are intent on not letting Omicron disrupt work and school for the vaccinated. You've done the right thing, and we will get through this. For the unvaccinated, you're looking at a winter of severe illness and death for yourselves, your families, and the hospitals you may soon overwhelm. And that shit was just like, okay. Like, the reason why people, including myself, had an issue with it is because it's like, it's not like what he's saying is wrong. It's true. Unvaccinated people that shit is gonna suck, y'all. It's true. But the government, this American government, has a way of like pitting individuals against each other, unvaccinated versus vaccinated. They have a way of trying to remove responsibility from themselves and place it all on the citizens, when in actuality, y'all are responsible for this inefficient ass, fucked up ass system. Not too long ago, I just talked about how the press secretary was literally laughing in a reporter's face who was suggesting that, you know, the government sends COVID tests to people's doors, right? Everybody's doors. Literally laughing in their faces. And just yesterday, Joe Biden went up on there saying basically that the federal government will now purchase 500 million rapid tests to be distributed to Americans via a website beginning in January. So it's like, y'all continue to work inefficiently. Y'all do stupid shit. The entire government has politicized this fucking vaccine. Y'all are doing stupid shit at the height of government. And then now you gonna say, well, bitch, you bitches, even though we created this fucking mess, it's y'all's fucking responsibility. No, bitch, it's y'all's. What the fuck do we pay you hoes for? To sit around and go on the Breakfast Club? Get the fuck out my face. Bitches was saying bing bong on TikTok before they even did no shit, before they was even sending out tests to people's fucking doors, laughing in people's faces for suggesting that they do shit like this. Yes, the unvaccinated, they need to get vaccinated, but bitch, we're not gonna completely remove all the blame from the government. Y'all hoes are doing such a shitty job, and we're how many years into this shit? Absolutely unacceptable. I want to show you something else that's kind of crazy as hell to me. This Kyle Rittenhouse, jeez. Kyle Rittenhouse is doing a fucking world tour, bitch. Look at this shit. He was apparently at the America Fest convention, obviously for fucking young conservatives, I guess. I mean, it's giving national celebrity kind of tease. This is why I laughed so hard, when people were just like, oh my gosh, Kyle Rittenhouse, it doesn't matter the verdict. It doesn't matter the verdict. He's gonna suffer. He's gonna suffer. His decisions are gonna keep him so guilty, and he's just gonna feel so bad, and people are gonna know his name on the streets and point him out. That's the murderer. He don't care. They're gonna make that man rich and famous. That's exactly what I said, and it's happening right before our eyes. That shit is annoying. It's expected, but like I said, what is the more alarming thing to me is the fact that, bitch, more and more, because you don't think other conservatives gonna want that kind of treatment, bitch? You don't think they gonna want that treatment, girl? This shit is getting crazy. It already is crazy. It already has been crazy. World history is absolutely ridiculous. But it's just watching this shit unfold. Like, I feel like I'm literally living in a history textbook. I hate it here. I hate it here. But we'll end it on some good news, I guess. The Kellogg's employees who have been striking they won. This is from the New York Times. They're saying that the employees union said on Tuesday that they have ratified a new contract ending a strike that began in early October. The union president said, "Our striking members at Kellogg's ready-to-eat cereal production facilities courageously stood their ground and sacrificed so much in order to achieve a fair contract. This agreement makes gains and does not include any concessions." So, like, more power to y'all. Like, that was really iconic. I can only imagine how painful, though, as much as this is a victory, I can only imagine how painful it was for them to do this shit, but it worked. Like, it worked, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to continue to just say shit. We have to continue to open our mouths. That's why I do not like when people act like it is such a sin to be critical of Democrats. No, drag the fuck out of their ass. Drag their ass. Drag, continue to speak, organize, and get done. Just get what you need. Get what you need. Get what you need. They are sitting in a high white ivory towers. They do not give a fuck. We have to shake the table. And that's exactly what these employees did. And I'm happy that they apparently got what they needed. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. If y'all don't see me for the rest of the week, it's because it's literally a holiday. I'm going to sit my ass down. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching. And make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.
Tell them keep it there, freeze. Fangs coming out, but they couldn't scare me. Open up your mouth and give me 2 pairs, please. Baby, don't you want to come excite me? Stick your teeth into it, don't tread lightly.